Okay, I'm going to do a quick breakdown on Ryan Montgomery, the new 2025 quarterback commit to the University of Georgia, coming out of Findlay, Ohio, same high school that Ben Roethlisberger went to. He is a 6'3", 215-pound frame that'll come into Georgia, I'm sure, to get a little bit bigger. More than likely, his prototypical profile of a quarterback is not going to be needing to upgrade too much because of the fact of his frame. He seems to be in the pocket a very nice tall passer with great footwork. He's polished on layered throws, I've noticed in film work. He also throws a very good vertical ball that's accurate. He may not have the same strength that Puglisi has. Maybe we've seen in the past with other quarterbacks. But what I do like to him, watching him, he reminds me a lot of Carson Beck, honestly. Just the way he moves in the pocket. And yes, he does have the ability, he's not a statue, that if he does get a rush into the backfield, he can run the football. You always want to be able to see a quarterback with arm strength because this throw is one of the hardest throws to make when you're opposite hash and throwing an out route to a receiver away, because this throw a lot of times can be picked off and taken to the house. So it's either an accurate throw or bust. But what I like is on his tape, he shows two very nice throws to the outside route because of his timing and being very accurate to his receiver on the out routes when he's throwing from the opposite hash. Here's from the right hash. Most quarterbacks are going to always have a situation where they're going to show you their arm talent, they're going to show you their pocket presence, they're going to show you their arm strength from the oppo hash on out routes. But let's look at how he moves in the pocket when he's flushed. Okay, so in this case, he's going to be pushed out of the pocket. He's actually going to be moving away from his dominant side arm and is very accurate in his delivery to his receiver on this play right here. I'm really impressed with him falling out, keeping his eyes downfield, throwing a good ball with good form on the money. Now, I like to watch a quarterback that doesn't panic when he's flushed. He's able to gain ground, move in the pocket, and keep his eyes downfield. In this case, he moves away from his dominant side arm while gaining ground, but doesn't panic. Keeps his eyes downfield, stays focused, keeps good frame, good footwork, and is able to deliver a very accurate pass while not necessarily being able to set up tall in the pocket. So he moves out of the way, gains some space, and delivers a very nice throw on the cross. Okay, I'm always going to want to see what he looks like on rodeo and lasso type protection on rollout. Right here, we've got a rodeo call to him. And, you know, when you, as a quarterback, a lot of times technique goes out the window for a lot of high school players because they just tend to let their gifted ability and their arm strength take care of business. But you don't realize how accuracy goes out the window if you don't frame up your body correctly and get your shoulders to the where you're wanting to throw to. So your target line is a big deal, and it comes down to the fundamentals and techniques of how you throw the football. So on his rollout right here, I really like his technique. I really like to see him come downhill as he throws. He does kind of sideswipe it a little bit, but he puts a whip on the ball right there. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, this is a designed run. But what you like about a quarterback that I think fits the framework for the University of Georgia is that this kid can run. And so he's not just going to be a statue that sits back there and if he can't make the throws and he's flushed, he's tackled for a loss and it's a quarterback sack. He has the athletic ability to get away in his escape and actually take it to the house if he wants to. To me, he's probably a lot more of a natural looking runner than Carson Beck is. But here we get to see his speed on this run play off the zone where he keeps. But he's got decent speed, so definitely can get out of the pocket and run. To me, this is probably his most impressive throw. He's being flushed out of the pocket to his opposite side of his arm, so his non-dominant side to his left, and he throws across his body the most accurate throw I could see a quarterback making. It's really hard to come across your body 45 degrees to the way your shoulders are set up, especially when you're being pushed and flushed in the opposite direction of the dominant arm. So I want you to watch right here as he doesn't panic. He's able to take it, get out of the pocket off the flush, and throw it off of his backside, and throw to a receiver that probably chanced it right there. But here again, he has a vertical route for a touchdown. Again, it just shows his arm strength. I want you to watch as he comes back into view of the screen, how he sets up his feet to throw the football. This is what you want to be able to see in a quarterback, to put basically the leverage into their lower body and their hips to be able to throw a good football. And gathers himself and throws a nice vertical route right on the money, very accurate. Okay, this is another piece of tape where he's throwing the vertical route to the lower receiver down here, the number one receiver on the bottom side. And again, I'm not really thinking that, to throw the ball a long way is nice on a rope, but, to also have the accuracy with long passes really impresses me. But you can see him step and gather and throws a very quick ball, throws it on the money. This receiver doesn't even have to stretch. It just falls right down in his wheelhouse. But a very nice throw and catch.